Hello, hello. Welcome to Collector Fusion, where the fusion is collector and collector is fusion.
It's true.
Oh, I forgot.
It's also squared somehow too.
Yeah. I need to get some
Collector squared and fusion squared.
That
It's
is true.
square. It's collectored fusioned squared by JB. Something like that. I don't know. I haven't figured that far out. It takes a lot of thinking, and I don't do well at that. So.
Yes. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Anybody get anything for this week?
Yes.
Okay.
You just like ready to just blow your load right now, aren't you?
Well,
here you go.
I only got 3 things this week. That's why.
Feel bad for your wife, man. You must just go into it, just be like, all right, I'm ready. Wait, what? Slow down. Warm up. Foreplay is a good thing.
I told you I took a nap, so I feel pretty good.
Anyway, hey, audience. How you guys doing?
Oh, yeah. We got the 240. They had the pudding. Oh,
yeah. Get your sexy on. Slow it down. Put on some Boys to Men. Maybe a little Keith Sweat. I don't know. Whatever floats your boat. Either's good for me. Maybe even some Babyface. Take it nice and slow. You know, ooh, even some Silk. Yeah, something like that. Come on. Any 90s R&B. That'll get you in the mood. What's up, Jen? Name. What you guys doing out there?
well, I was going to add the video that JB made, but he made it in the wrong file format, so I got to change it.
I haven't. I have the video, but I haven't done anything with it. I haven't added it to anything.
I'm going to JB for the file format he saved it in.
I can convert it. It doesn't take long to convert it, but
That's what I'm doing right
Well,
now.
I sent y'all a top 5 that I remember we never did, and I'm like, well, this would be a good time to put the video to use. Be good to put the video to good use. The video.
what is that? Was that? Oh, y'all couldn't even hear that shit. That was on my end. That was.
Yeah, I didn't hear a word.
I didn't.
Yeah, no, that's because it was on my end. I was like, oh, okay. I'm just playing the chat music again. Oh, that's because I opened up the chat or opened up the thing to get the chat pulled up, and it just started playing. And I was like, oh, hey, no, I'm the only one that can hear it, looking like a moron. That's all right. Anyway, let's see. All right, where are we at? All right, JB. Well, he's transferring that. Go ahead and show us what you got.
All right.
Now, if I swear to God, if it's anything DC Multiverse, I'm gonna slap the spit out of your head.
It's DC related.
God damn! Yeah, I don't care about DC. I'm talking about specifically McFarlane DC Multiverse.
Okay. These 2 things I picked up for Walmart first is the SH Figure Arts Awakening Super Saiyan Vegeta.
I went to Walmart yesterday and they had a shit ton of Naruto and DBZ SH Figure Arts, and I would occasionally go in there and see something there hanging there, but they had packed it out. It was a bunch of stuff. It was pretty cool.
You should get this. This is actually pretty cool. I mean,
I don't do Dragon Ball. So I tried to do Dragon Ball a while back, long before Target and Walmart started getting into them, and I had about, I don't know, 8 figures from the SH Figure Art stuff, and they were cool and all, but like when it came down to it, I was just like, this is just not something I'm into in toy form. Like, I liked the show a lot, but I ended up getting rid of them to get other stuff that I wanted.
Okay.
Although the Piccolo was great. I had Piccolo. I don't know which one it was, but Piccolo was awesome. Great figure.
I've got a model kit of Piccolo over here on the top of my shelf. I usually do the Dragon Ball model kits that you put together.
He must have been sought after, because when I put him on eBay to resell him, even though he was open, I actually got exactly as much as I paid for him brand new at retail. So he must have been one that a lot of people wanted. That's all I know.
So my Walmart finally got these in. It is the Retro Card Marvel Legends Iron Man Mark 20.
Yeah.
Apparently, everybody likes this figure, this armor of Iron Man.
I just think he's too dark. That's the only thing. I don't like the darker red.
I saw those today at the Walmart I stopped in. I sent you all a bunch of pictures.
I've seen them. I've seen that. That whole wave's been floating around my Walmart for like a month and a half.
They had the whole wave except for She-Hulk. She-Hulk's the only one sold out.
Yeah, you're right. I've never seen She-Hulk. She-Hulk is the one I have not seen. But both the Iron Man and what's his face? I keep wanting to call him Gravitron. It's not Gravitron. What's his name?
Not Whiplash, but the other.
There you go. Yeah. And all that. Like, I've seen all of them except for She-Hulk.
And I got
more for a while.
And I got this at a store. We were going there buying old PlayStation 2 video games. I bought a couple of them. And I found this on the shelf for $5.
Oh, nice. Dark Knight Returns Superman from Mattel. I have that. That's a great figure.
It's got the kryptonite arrow in it too. I just think
it's way better than the McFarlane one.
I modified mine. I don't mind the McFarlane head. Like I put one of the McFarlane heads on it, and I gave it Marvel Legends hands.
My thing is that McFarlane head is from one panel in a comic book.
No, not the Dark Knight. I mean the regular.
Oh, I thought you meant the Dark Knight head sculpt. I'm like, okay.
Dark Knight.
Yeah, the Dark Knight head sculpt is awful. It is true. It looks like one panel in that book where Frank Miller drew him all jacked up looking.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Oh, I haven't watched the comments.
It's like Uncle Todd was like, what is the worst picture in all of Dark Knight Returns for Superman? Let's do the head sculpt on that.
And have you noticed too, like we was talking about all these new statues coming out, these kind of self-fellatio where he's like, this is based on my artwork. This is based on my artwork. This is one of the favorites. It's based on my artwork.
And then he's coming out with more too, and I'm like, are these things selling? They're just sitting. I've seen them at Target. I've seen them at Walmart, and they're just sitting there. They're like what, $45 or $50 a piece.
I'm sorry.
I don't know anybody that wants them.
People who collect action figures don't want statues.
No.
Majority. I'm not going to say everybody, but on the most part.
I mean, I'm sure there are people. I mean, look, I know there are some people that collect statues. That's cool if you collect statues. But he's marketing them to action figure collectors.
Now, I want to say too, if I am going to collect statues, it's not going to be McFarlane statues. It's going to be nice statues.
Mm-hmm.
That we showed last week, that Silver Surfer with the Galactus.
Yes, that was great.
Gorgeous.
I mean, granted, it wasn't great because it was a statue. It's great because you can put your Marvel Legends Silver Surfer in it. But yeah, stuff like that was great.
I gotta repaint the top.
What's up, Tomcat?
His hair, if you can see it, is missing some paint.
Well, that's easy to fix, at least.
Yeah.
I know. It was a used figure.
How much did you pay for it?
$5.
You're complaining about $5.
I think I paid $20. I paid $20 for mine, but mine was new in package.
No, I'm just pointing out issues. Mine.
Yeah, that's easy to fix. So I would. If you have any black paint already?
I do. I've got some black paint.
What kind you got?
Just generic black paint from Walmart that I picked up.
Don't use that.
Don't use it?
No. Get you some Mr. Color black lacquer.
Okay.
Get the semi-gloss. And it'll bond to the plastic really well, and it's a lot better.
The small part, though, the other thing is since it's really small, if you just want something, if you're not going to use the rest of that paint for anything,
there you go.
You can't just get a Gundam marker and just touch up that one spot.
Now, there's different types of Gundam markers too. There's the marker, and there's the pink Gundam markers.
It's a few little spots here and there on top of the head that just needs to be repainted, but I can fix that later.
Yeah,
but yeah,
you got to get the one that goes with in there. You got to get the Mattel Multiverse Batman.
I'm going to
look at him. He's not even looking.
You got the blue one and you got the black one.
You got the blue one and the black one. I like the blue one better.
I'm going to get the blue one.
I always prefer. I prefer blue Batman to black Batman. That sounded racist, but I'm just going to leave it like that anyway. I like the blue, but I like blue. Even when in the comics they draw him mostly black, but with just a hint of blue because of shadows and shading and stuff, where it's like he's blue.
Well, he changes costumes too in that story too.
Yeah, but I prefer blue. I prefer my Batman blue.
Oh, and
in all versions.
I don't have friends. I got family.
Goddamn right you do.
But yeah, just send that stuff to me later on, Jared. I'll definitely try to get some for him and some other figures I gotta fix.
During Amazon Prime days, I did finally get the breakdown. I got Studio Series Springer.
Nice.
Like $41 instead of like the 55 or whatever he is normally.
Dude, I have been seeing so many Transformers going on clearance at Walmart and stuff lately, and it's all the stuff connected to the movie. And I hear the movie actually did finally make its money back. Like it finally made more than it cost. But is anybody else like really disappointed this movie is not done well at all? Like it finally made enough money back this weekend to make its budget back after, but still like, dude, that movie should have that movie should have made its money back in the first weekend. That movie was so goddamn good.
Me and the wife who watched it 2 weeks ago was really good. She loved it.
Well, there's been terrible like promotion for it.
That's true. It really hasn't. I haven't seen.
They did not spend much money on like advertising for the movie because you don't see nothing. I didn't see anything.
And I will say the advertising I have seen seemed way more geared towards kids than adults. And I don't think like kids will like this movie, no doubt. But this was made for adult fans.
And the movie is written well enough where you can take your kids to it and you're going to enjoy it too. It's one of those movies where the whole family can enjoy this movie.
Yeah, I don't think it's a kids movie. I think it is a movie for adult fans of Transformers.
Well, it gets dark.
Yeah.
With D16s, like mental break.
Yeah, it is.
I don't want to punish him. I don't want to kill him.
Yeah. It's made for fans of Transformers, whether that's kids or whether that's adults. It's made for fans.
They haven't done anything this good since Transformers Prime.
No.
And everything else that's been like they've done for like animated is either been really kids. The only time they did something dark was that Netflix series, and that's the War for Cybertron trilogy, and that's absolutely sucked.
I will say I will put it in the class of the 3 best Transformers movies ever, and there have been 8 now Transformers movies.
58. I am very disappointed if you have not watched that. So you're a Transformers fan, you're not going to see that in the theater yet.
That's a fucking great movie. Original Transformers movie, great movie.
Yep.
Bumblebee. Anybody who doesn't like Bumblebee, I don't care. Suck it. It's a great fucking movie.
20th anniversary Transformers.
And this 3 best Transformers movies, right there.
And brother, you'll love the movie. It's worth going to go see in the movie. I went to go see it in the theater, and I watched it online, and I still went back and watched it in the theater and paid to go watch it the second time. It's worth seeing. The visuals in the movie is just fantastic too.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's such a good movie, man.
I got a few other things. I got some stuff from Target's doing their promotion. I got this just for like customizing fodder. It was like another one of these. I was thinking about making a crow.
Yeah, we've talked about that before.
Yeah,
we talked about. Remember, we were sat there one chat. I don't remember which chat it was, and we were like, okay, and we were talking about the parts you would need for like, okay, let's long shot, and we were talking about all the stuff you would need.
It was on sale for like $13. Plus, you
Nice.
get the deal going on right now where you buy $40 worth of stuff, you get $10 off. You buy $75, you get $20 off. So I got this one there. So it was already on sale for $13. So I got help get me a discount. Then this is annoying here. My local Target has like probably over 20 of these. But they're full price in the store for $38. You buy it online.
Yeah, I almost bought it and then I didn't, but I was able to put it in my cart to be able to pick it up at my store If I put it in for pickup, I could put it in for the whatever. What was it, $34.98 or something like that?
Something like that. I think $33 and
whatever it was. I could put it in my cart and go pick it up at the store. I could do in-store pickup for that price. But yeah, in store, if you walked in the store, it was still the $55.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, why not just let you buy it in the store for the same price?
Yeah.
But yeah, I got it for more or less for custom fodder too. I want to turn this. See, I got the Walmart, the Amazon exclusive version of that roadblock. We got the camo and stuff. I was thinking, chapel.
Yeah, definitely.
See, I'm actually using on my Lothar. I'm using a roadblock head because I used one of these roadblocks to make my Sergeant Slaughter back in the day.
Well, yeah, remember that custom we saw? Oh, that
somebody took one of those Lothar heads and painted it up, and it was just gorgeous.
Yeah.
I think I can find it here. Drives. But yeah, somebody did a beautiful paint job. I can't remember the customizer. I'm sorry. I like to give people credit, but I can't remember who did it. It's a bit. I've had it so long. Saved. Beautiful paint job on this thing. 85%. There it is. I don't know. Sometimes, like the StreamYard won't tell you the right name of the windows, but yeah, I'm going to try to recreate what he did up here with this paint job. Here, that's Lothar's head, and the skin tone looks darker on this one. On this version of Roadblock than on the regular one.
Yeah,
so that would actually work great for chapel. Really just need some darker pants. I can paint the pants dark and pretty close to chapel just after painting the head with a Lothar head. But yeah, for the deal, when you get 20, I got Bob enough to get the $20 deal online. Got this, and I was eventually going to pass on it, but online it was on sale for $29. The Joker Mobile.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah.
Plus the extra $20 off if you buy $75 for stuff. I got a Joker Mobile. What's crazy? When I was ordering all the stuff, like it wouldn't let me. When I was ordering, it said there's one in stock in the store. It wouldn't let me do shipping to my house. Same with that 2-pack. Got it in the cart. I was getting ready to check out. I was like, "You want?" It gave me the option to change the items to shipping. I was like, yes, I'll do that. I don't have to leave the house and go back there. The Walmart, not the Target, the Target close to me, employees are kind of lazy. If they don't find it within 3 seconds when they're pulling off the shelf, oh, we don't have that. At the same Target, when I did like the $40, $10 off, they had Road Pig in stock and Ruckus, the pit bull and Road Pig. Road Pig is a big figure. When I seen pictures, I just thought he was just going to be like a kind of roadblock size. No, he's a huge figure. It kind of makes you wish like they would do refrigerator Perry on this thing. That is a massive figure. It's almost too big for the realisticness of the rest of the G.I. Joe classified stuff. And it kills me like how good they do the animals on the G.I. Joe classified. When Lockjaw they had to do interchangeable legs instead of making them opposable. And it's huge. Target will price match from their app. The one here will argue with you about that.
Well, next time, just do what I did, which is just order it for in-store pickup, and it will give you the online price, and then you just go and pick it up.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do until they actually had to do the. They got to go pick it up, like pull it to the back thing. How much was that row pig? Retail was $44.99, I think. Plus, then you had like that meets your $10 off, so you can get it off $34.99 if you're just buying that while the sale's going on. So it's a pretty good deal on that. But I only had got two while I was in store. The movie, the movie 2 Venom figure. Let there be carnage. This is actually using the updated body from the Knoll 2-pack. So it's got the ports in the back where the wings were at, but they put tendrils in it. It's kind of weird choice because he doesn't do that in the movie where he has multiple heads coming out. So why use that and make that? But oh well. It's a better paint job than the first one. And I got the rest of the Strange Tales wave in so I can build my Blackheart. I got another Moon Knight, which it's a pinless body, so you got a pinless Moon Knight. So it's a nice little update, but they just reissued the previous one. It's basically on the same body but with pins. Not too long ago. It's a Target exclusive, so I don't know why they chose to put Moon Knight and Strange Tales when they could have done more of the Midnight Sun stuff.
Dude, I gotta show you. Speaking of, and I posted it on Toy Tubers. Let me show you. Speaking of Blackheart, maybe you saw this. This dude here that somebody customized.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that looks so much better than the Marvel Legends, except for this crotch piece that I don't know if you can take that off because I don't know if he's got anything under there.
You don't.
But like that body, that what's his Thalog?
Thalog.
Dude, that makes for a badass Blackheart.
Oh yeah.
Like obviously you'd have to paint him because you'd have to, I don't know, dry brush him or something, or you'd have to do something to match the head, but. I don't know. Do these guys? They don't have anything under there, do they? Or do they have a full crotch piece under there? I don't know. I had this figure and I got rid of him, so I don't remember what was under there for Thalog. But
it's basically kind of like it's like a McFarlane waist cover thing. You got the joint.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But I mean, maybe you paint it up black or. I don't know, red or something, and Blackheart, paint it red to match his eyes, and Blackheart can have a red loincloth. I don't know, but I know how big those figures are, and that's way bigger than the Build-A-Figure.
Yeah. I've made a Blackheart using the Venom body before, and it's just slightly bigger than the Build-A-Figure, but it's a little more muscular.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that build. It's more very Capcom style.
Yeah, I love this. I saw that and I was like, "Oh, that's fucking perfect." Now I want to go back and buy that figure and just get. I forget who does the head come with in that Build-A-Figure wave?
This one. Moon
There
Knight.
you go. Just get Moon Knight and do that, and then do a paint job on him.
Mm-hmm. Because that's the head from the Build-A-Figure.
That's a great fucking option there. And first of all, I think it looks better. I think that's a better buck.
Oh, you know what would make more sense than Moon Knight? Werewolf by Night.
Yeah, it would have.
Hannibal King, I think would have been a good choice.
I hope at some point we do get a Hannibal King, because all we've gotten is that. What's that one from that box set from 20 years ago now at this point from Toy Biz? That's the only Werewolf by Night we've ever got with Marvel Legends. I mean, that being said, if you want a Werewolf by Night, there have been several really nice werewolf figures that have come out.
Yeah.
What's that last one that just came out where they did them in the 3 different colors? The white, the gray, and the black. Who did that one?
Collector.
Yeah, there you go. That would be a great option. So
apparently, there's some QC issues with that. I've heard that Big Bad Toy Store got their order in and sent them back because they want them redone because of the QC problems. But, also got
my favorite. Granted, I don't have a lot of them, but my favorite werewolf figure that I have in my collection is, and this was one I didn't even know. I don't know who it is because I don't play this game, but and I've never messed with him. Although I guess I could and maybe do some customizing to him. But I picked this figure up at GameStop one time years ago. Now at this point, before McFarlane started doing the DC Multiverse stuff, he had that Fortnite line, and he did that. What's this? I forget what this dude's name is. I don't play Fortnite. I never have played Fortnite. But this figure is awesome. This is a fantastic, whatever this, Direwolf or something. I don't remember what his name is. But I should do something with him other than just have him set up as a Fortnite character. Because it's a great figure. And he's 6-inch scale, too. He's not 7-inch scale. He's a 6-inch scale figure. And it's a fantastic looking figure.
It's going to be huge.
Yeah. So, I love that figure. I don't know if you can find him anymore. I'm sure he's on eBay or something, but it's a great figure.
This is another one kind of like a Y thing because we've gotten 2 other Brother Voodoos the exact same look. If you don't do another Voodoo, do a different look.
Yeah, the only thing about that is I'm starting to put together a Savage Avengers display, and I need Brother Voodoo. So it gives me a reason to buy him because I've never bought him before because I don't care about Brother Voodoo.
The other ones are that cheap. I mean, that expensive thing.
No, they're cheap as hell. But does he come with a Voodoo figure piece? So like, might as well, right?
Yeah.
So, but no, I'm trying to put together a Savage Avengers shelf, and I'm like, you know what? I need Brother Voodoo. I need the ones I need. I need Brother. The ones I need that I don't have. I need Brother Voodoo, and I need Cloak and Dagger because I don't have them. I never picked up Cloak and Dagger. To be honest, I didn't really like either of those figures.
The Dagger, especially, is terrible.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm thinking about like maybe because you can buy the Cloak and Dagger figure really cheap, and I'm thinking about maybe customizing both of them. I think they're better. I think they're better cloak figures too. Like I like his cloak and his head sculpt, but the body is just, you know.
Well, the body, the Grim Reaper body, and it's like
yeah. I'm thinking about like because you can buy that figure really cheap. I'm thinking about getting that figure really cheap on eBay and just like getting rid of the body and doing a different body, but keeping the head and the cloak on something better.
The body is at least a little bit of an upgrade. It's the updated Spider-Man UK with pinless arms and legs. So it's an improvement. It's just, but they kept some stuff like the comically too short staff, and they could have put a little more effort into that if you're going to do it again. And we got Damian Hellstorm. His modern look instead of his classic look, like what everybody wanted.
I mean, I guess you could throw a cape on him and try and mimic that look.
And they used the updated Sunfire mold, which
does the updated one have better shoulders?
Why use the Sunfire mold when you now have the Kazar? The Kazar is bigger, buffer, and actually has a better sculpt.
Here's the thing. I like the Sunfire mold, and to be honest, I think it's a better look for Damian because I've never pictured Damian as a big dude. That Sunfire mold is, first of all, I think like great for characters like Spider-Man, who, let's be honest, Peter Parker's not a big dude.
His head is way too big for this body, though.
Yeah. I don't mind that mold at all. I think it is a good mold. And I think it's good for some characters who are smaller characters that are still ripped. You know what I mean? Like, it's still ripped, but yeah, it's a smaller figure by modern standards when you've got, you know, your Vulcan head, your Vulcan sculpt, and all these other new sculpts that have come out. So I don't mind it for Damian because I don't, you know, Damian was never a big guy in the comics.
got little scrawny legs.
It also worked really well for
I think
Sunfire.
the problem is because his head is so big. The head is way too big for his body.
Is it the head specifically, or just the hair? Does the hair make it look bigger, or is it the whole head sculpt?
It's the whole head sculpt.
Okay.
Marvel's got a issue either the head's too small or too big. Brother Voodoo, head's too small.
I care a lot less about head too small than head too big. Jesus Christ, this sounds so sexual tonight. But because comic characters are typically drawn with really small heads compared to how big their bodies are. So when I see that, I'm like, okay, well, that doesn't bother me as much if their head is smaller, because a lot of artists draw that way. But no comic artists draw the heads too large. If anything, it's always the other way around.
Oh yeah, that was on a leak list. I think when we talked like 2 weeks ago. We
talked about that. Yeah.
Yep, we did.
Hey, Quinn.
Personally, I think you guys are all full of crap.
Well, we are. I mean,
How you
I
guys
don't
doing?
think we've ever denied that.
This one, a lot of people's like, oh, I don't care about Lilith. I was actually excited when they announced Lilith. I love the darker side of Marvel Comics, the mystical side. I was a huge Ghost Rider fan in the 90s.
That's a nice figure.
And
I should be getting one soon.
I will repaint her face accurately. For some reason, they put purple on her face, and she's not like around her eyes, and that's not accurate to the character. They just put the black is inaccurate, and they also, for some reason, put pupils and irises, and she just has those solid yellow eyes.
JB's getting yelled at by his wife. Ooh.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right. You get off camera, boy.
So, I'll redo her face, and I'm gonna paint her lips black too.
How's your hand doing, Jared?
It's improved a lot.
Better?
No, not.
Well, hey, that's good, man. You couldn't do that not too long ago.
Yeah,
It's getting better, man.
it's getting better, but you think this? Oh, you'd be better in 3 or 4 weeks. This was done June 10th.
Yeah, well, that's also being diabetic. You know that we heal a little bit slower than most.
Yep. Now the last thing I got, I've been waiting for a good while, and it took a little beating to get here. On a slow boat from China.
Literally.
This should be my Fans Toys slingshot.
I've been getting a lot of stuff in lately here at the store, and man, it's as soon as it comes in, it's almost gone within an hour or two. I got that Batman Forever Batmobile in with Alfred, the light up Batmobile with sound. Man, 8 of those in yesterday. I got 3 left.
Was yours the green glow in the dark one, or the?
It's battery powered, so the rib cage of the car lights up and the wheels light up, and it makes sound. So I don't know what sound it makes.
Was it green or one that's it blue?
Green.
I think he did 2 different colors, I believe, didn't he?
Yeah, I saw that.
Take the corner pictures off.
I got in that GI Joe cup and triple T tank. Those I think I got 1 left.
One of those, Matt?
The what?
The triple T tank Sergeant Slaughter.
I want to get one.
I have
Matt's
one.
got one left.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. And had I not spent like $2,000 in the last 2 weeks on another toy,
What'd you buy for $2,000? It's not a real doll, is it?
let me show you what I just spent $400 on and got in today.
Ooh.
Did that tell you what I bought?
Those are so cool, man. I want some.
Yeah. $400 for that one.
What the hell's the tire doing in your room?
And that one.
What is that for? A motorcycle?
Yes.
Oh.
Why I haven't been buying a lot of figures lately.
Hey, well, it happens. It happens.
So those just came in today. So new tires for my new toy.
Well, that's cool.
And I've spent a lot of money in the last couple weeks.
I know. Yeah, I hear you on that, man. An equal amount that comes in, more, if not more, goes out. It's just, it's hard to get ahead.
Sit for Life says, JB's wife says, no more special time with Plastic Man.
Right? Look at that. Look at that smile, JB. He's like, yep.
That's right.
No, my wife Lily just came to the door as you said that. She just walked away.
Oh.
He's up here. He's up top.
Oh, I bet he's on top.
Yeah, he's up top. Look at him. Look at him. He won a gold medal.
I bet he did. What did he do to get it?
We got a thing for that now.
Judging JB.
Nice.
Yeah, Sith for Life. Yeah, no, they would be a little too big for my Ghost Rider bike. That's true. They're a little too big.
I showed this off last week to everybody. I just gave him some sweatpants and stuff. And I gave the other gold medal because I gave it to Plastic Man. So you got it at Target. It's actually on sale for $17. Anybody want to get it? I mean, he's a cool action figure. Apparently, Target.
I'm good.
We got.
Oh, what is that?
That is the Fans Toys third-party Transformer slingshot.
Oh, nice. Is it just a slingshot?
Yeah, and all the commander parts.
Oh, wow. That looks nice.
So, I bought it off Bombus B and saved like $150 buying overseas.
Nothing wrong with that.
I really thought about like maybe finishing up the Fans Toys because the prices went crazy since the 2020 on these things.
I heard a rumor. I don't know exactly how true this is, but something's going to shake up the third-party industry where they're either going to have to stop making these toys or they're going to have to start paying royalties to the toy companies that own it.
Good luck telling those people in China that.
I don't know how true that is, but
they can't stop that. They've been trying to stop that for. Dude, I mean, mass imports of knockoffs they've been trying to stop that for 40 years, and they're not going to. They're not going to unless they want to shut off trade to China. That's the only way that's going to happen. Well, that's never going to happen.
I don't know how true this is. Like I said, it's just a rumor from what I heard.
No, they're not doing it. Look, much larger industries than the action figure industry have been trying to figure out a way to stop this for decades. The action figure industry didn't just like magically figure out the way to make it happen.
Well, no, I'm not saying it's true, but this is just a rumor.
Now, back when Disney had a better relationship with China, Disney would actually had a relationship where they'd actually get China to go after people making their stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that was also back when China cared.
That was before Milan.
Yeah. Well, it was also before China was in a position as a world power to not give a shit what any company thinks.
Yeah.
Because no corporation on the face of the planet doesn't buy from China.
No.
There's no corporation on the face of the planet that can just be like, we don't care about China. Unless you also don't care about money.
I know this is
China holds all the power right now when it comes to this type of tough stuff.
So basically get 2 styrofoam inserts, one for the bot and one for the actual minor parts.
I know this is a toy talk stream, but I figured show off the games that I got today too at that one store where I got this. I got Super Mario Kart for PlayStation 2. I paid about $8 for this.
That game any good?
It's all right. It's pretty good. It just takes some getting used to the controls, but it's not.
Is that new Superman game everybody's talking about?
No.
Yeah, it's that new Superman game, right? I think it just came out.
Oh, is there a level in it where you just get to
at least
spy
some
on
gameplay
women
to it.
and leer at them with your X-ray vision through walls?
I don't know. You can hurt people with your X-ray vision. You can burn them. So
That was like the best
scene.
scene.
Somebody you can hurt them.
That was like the best scene in that whole movie is when Superman just turns into a super creeper stalker and is spying on people,
That
just
movie,
watching them.
the entire concept of that movie is weird. In fact, they made
That movie was
a
dumb.
sequel to the Donner cut Superman 2
Yeah.
and ignored 3 and 4 Superman.
Which, by the way, I get ignoring Superman 3 and 4. Those two movies suck. Okay?
Well, 3 is kind of entertaining.
Well, 3 is kind of entertaining, except for when you watch it and realize, oh, Superman's not the main character in this movie. Richard Pryor is. He has more screen time, and the story's all about him. Superman is a secondary character in that movie. And that's fine for a Richard Pryor movie. It's cool. I find it a fun movie. I think it's an awful Superman movie.
But you gotta say, one of the coolest things about that movie is the bad Superman versus Clark Kent.
Yeah, that's cool.
So here's the other.
It's one of the worst things in Superman history.
Here's the other.
Okay, the idea of Superman, of Clark Kent fighting a bad Superman is not bad. The way they did it, where they don't explain how the hell that even happened, or what happens when it's all over, and just one of them disappears for no reason, and they don't explain at all how Superman, was he split in two? Was he fighting with his conscience in his head? Was he punching himself? Like, they don't explain anything in that. It just happens
Superman
and then
with a
stops.
new power every week.
It's called wrestling with his inner demons.
Yeah.
Well, they don't explain that in the movie.
Quinn,
And,
could I give you my PayPal?
Golden Age Superman would get a different power every issue.
Oh yeah, he would. They would come up with a new color of kryptonite, like every single issue.
Oh, he'd shoot rainbows from his fingertips.
Yeah. They would do all kinds of. Which, by the way, I loved that era of Superman. That 60s era Superman was awesome. That's my favorite era of Superman, by the way, because those were the comics I grew up reading. Was all the 60s era stuff. And I loved that era where, like, every other story was basically a what if story. And, like, there was whole, like, they would just, like, drop, there would be, like, a freaking, a book. I remember one of my favorite ones was just, like, and it wasn't, like, oh, here's a separate comic. It was just, like, that issue of Superman was, what if Lois Lane's parents had sent her to Krypton because Earth blew up instead of the other way around?
She would have died.
She would have died instantly, but like they just didn't explain anything. They're just like, here's a book about it's Lois goes and becomes Supergirl on Krypton instead of the other way around. And I loved that goofy era of Superman. It's my favorite era of Superman. However, Superman 3 still sucks.
I still have got 2 other games to show off. I'm sorry, Matt. I should have showed that game. Apologize.
No, I am very passionate about Superman. He is in my top 4 superheroes of all time. It's Punisher, Captain America, Spider-Man, and Superman. Those are the 4 greatest superheroes of all time in any medium. And I'm very passionate about Superman. And I have very strong opinions on Superman.
How can you be passionate you not like Stalker Superman from Superman Returns?
Matt's getting.
I know, isn't that makes my whole? I don't like. You know what's funny is Brandon Routh was a perfect choice for Superman. Like he in a good movie would have been a phenomenal Superman. I think he was a great
redemption in the Arrowverse.
Oh yeah. I think he was perfect casting. Unfortunately, it was an awful fucking movie.
Then the Arrowverse kind of screwed him over too when they had Lex Luthor change places at the end, like the cropping the Earth thing.
Yeah. When he did that
by far the worst actor they could ever pick to play Lex Luthor in there.
John Cryer.
Like, that's stupid to pick John Cryer to be Lex Luthor.
I don't know who thought that was a good idea.
Second worst Lex Luthor. The Snyderverse had a worse one.
That dude was awful.
Jesse,
The only hope that there would have been for the only hope there would have been for the Snyderverse universe of Lex Luthor is if that one line that he throws out in that movie about his dad actually ended up meaning something, and the real Lex Luthor was his dad, and he really was Alexander Luthor, and you find out that his dad is really the comic version we've been waiting on, and he's a bigger threat than that douchebag is.
Oh, I was giggling because I realized when I pulled the combiner hands out of the box, 3-touch box, I pulled it up by fingers.
Mm-hmm.
$10, $10.
It's
Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Yes. Good grief, y'all get your super hard-ons, don't you, when it comes to super?
I never played that game either.
It's actually pretty
I
good.
love the movie. I never played the game.
It's pretty good. It's a 2-player co-op game, so you get to play as either Anakin or Obi-Wan throughout the story. And it's got a lot of what-ifs in it, too, which is really nice.
the combiner. See, I don't have Silverbolt yet. I'm waiting for the reissue, but technically, I don't need Silverbolt if I want to combine them because this is the main body.
Yeah, there you go.
I got one more game that I got today. This just came out today. I don't know who all has played it yet, but brand new Dragon Ball Sparking Zero video game. A lot of people are ranking this as probably one of the best anime games to come out today. So, and I only got to play about an hour.
How many anime games did come out today? So that we have an idea when they say it's the best anime game to come out today.
Just this one.
So it's the best out of one. It's 1 out of 1.
Yeah. I'll remember, man, not to show Superman on this chat anymore because you
No, dude, I am very passionate about Superman. I love talking about Superman.
He gets it.
Talk more about Superman. We can talk about Superman all you want. I love Superman. You want to talk about Superman, Punisher, Captain America, or Spider-Man? I can talk about those 4 characters all day long.
We should just do a stream on our best moments of each of those characters. Like, what's the best moment? That'd be a pretty good stream.
I'd have to bust out. No, I wouldn't do that, actually. I was like, I got all my Punisher comics up there on the wall, but I haven't even opened those. Like, those are comics that I bought in, like, 9.9 condition and then put in Mylar, or not Mylar, is it the Mylar? Yeah, Mylar sleeves, and then put in glass, and then put in frames and hung on my wall. Those comics have never even been opened. Like, nobody's ever even read them. So I'd be like, I wouldn't be showing you those.
But no, those are the only games that I've gotten today is those 3. And Superman Returns, it's not bad. I like the idea that they did not give Superman a health bar, but gave the city of Metropolis a health bar. So it tells you to do the task and everything they give you. And I mean, it gives you get Mongol, you get to go to War World, and you get to go against Metallo. If you see in the back, he turns to a giant. He turns to a giant like Godzilla.
Yeah.
But it follows the plot of the movie in a way, but you get to fight more of his villains in this.
Kevin Spacey as Lex Luthor is a bad choice too.
That was a very bad choice. My favorite Lex Luthor is what's his face from Smallville?
Michael Rosen.
Michael Rosenbaum. Thank you.
I met him.
That's his name. I know, and we talked about that when you did. Yeah, he's I think as a Superman fan, he is the best Lex Luthor I've ever seen. I liked the storyline they did with him like genuinely starting out as a friend. And by the way, having just recently rewatched that entire show, like Lex Luthor becoming a bad guy is completely Clark and his parents' fault.
Mm-hmm.
If you go back and rewatch that show, like the way that he tried for several seasons to be Clark's friend and would have been his most loyal friend and kept his secret and protected Clark. And they just, because his parents like instilled in him this distrust because they hated the Luthors, and they instilled that into Clark and forced him to never trust Lex. And not only that, but then he would go out of his way to like mess up anything Lex was doing that could somehow lead to him finding out about either Clark or about the what did they call it in the show, the meteor stones and all that, whatever. Like they would convince Clark to go out of his way to use his powers to like cut off Lex at every turn, even when he was just doing research that like wasn't even researching.
Was the Superman 1 Chris Reeves movie's power, or Superman 2, I'm sorry. And
go back. No, that was one. That was one, right?
No, Superman 2's power, where he kisses everybody, makes them forget everything.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about the rewinding time.
That was
guys. I actually have a Michael Rosenbaum.
Adult Swim did that. It's like, why haven't I used this power more? And
I actually met Michael Rosenbaum a couple of years ago, and he said he met this guy who had a Plastic Man fetish. And I think he said it fits this guy right here, JB. He goes, yeah, it was something with a guy with 2 letters in his name. I'm just like, I think I know who that guy is now.
Yep.
I never thought I'd actually meet him now, but now I have.
Yeah.
But on that note, guys, I'm sorry I jumped in late, but I've been busy lately. But it's time for me to close up and go home. So I will see you.
Good day, sir.
Next time, my friends.
Have a good day.
He don't even get to stay. I was wanting to ask him, can I get my PayPal information so I can buy that Superman from him?
Well, you gotta speak up. Speak up.
Oh, I gotta drive miles and miles. I was like, could I give you my PayPal information? You can just ship it out to me. I'll pay.
All right. Now I'm gonna do everything.
Are we gonna do like judge me today? Are we gonna do any judging tonight?
No. Find that. I gotta find that thing.
Hey, we are always judging.
We've been judging you the whole time, by the way. I don't know if you haven't noticed or.
Watch my video.
Don't ever feel like we're not judging you, JB. We always are.
Let me find the video, and we will. I gotta find it. You sent it a couple days ago? Ah, there we go. I found it.
Yeah.
I found it.
Oh, I love you guys too.
Okay, here we go. I've got it here. Oh, let's see. Hold on.
Get it? Pull that. Cross your fingers, ladies and gentlemen.
Just be patient. Be
I'm
patient.
our audience to be patient.
Judging JB.
You're going to introduce it like it's time for our most anticipated segment of the show.
Is it though? I don't know if it is. All right, so this is your top 5 DC Multiverse Batman action figures. So we already know how I'm going to feel about this one.
McFarlane. Now, this is one of my earlier intros, so bear with me.
We never play the volume, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, I know. I was just saying, it's not like my one that I've done yet.
Why are we looking at a piece of paper? What is this?
This was back in the day when I was starting out. Like, I didn't have a setup.
Were you shooting this video on a potato?
I'm shooting it on my
By the way,
during
Amazon Prime days, did anybody order a computer or anything?
No.
Yeah. Oh, of course you didn't.
Why do I need a computer when I have the power of the internet and everything in the palm of my hand? It's like Duck.
Because of videos like this. That's why.
Oh, don't worry. The quality's gotten better. This was like on an old camera.
Live stream. Be able to control the live streams.
Dark Knight Returns, black suit. It's I mean, look, this one, dude, I'm just saying, this one's better than that one. Okay, this one's better than that one. All right.
Easy, Jared. Don't take a dump in your pants.
That's my impersonation of Tucker Barnes' Dark Knight Batman.
All right, number four. Oh, Jesus Christ. Do you know what's wrong with this figure?
He's got a green ring.
Too tall.
It's the same thing that's wrong with every McFarlane Batman figure. No two are alike.
Yes.
And this dude, this, when did this first come out? 3 Jokers? Was that the first time they used this body?
Yes.
Yeah, this fucker is so big. He's so huge. He's bigger than any Superman. He's like one of the big. He's like almost Lobo's height.
That's what she said.
It is such an oversized.
Perspective.
It's such an oversized Batman.
I'll be right back.
All right.
I don't know if I have that one. Do I have that one? No,
I mean, it even won when they were doing the
I
poll.
might have that one. I don't know.
When they were doing the Big Bad poll, Big Bad Toy Store was doing a poll, which one's the favorite Batman? This one actually won the poll as the best Batman figure.
That this is not the best Batman figure.
Oh, I agree. It's not.
It isn't even anywhere close.
I agree. It's not.
Granted, maybe when it came out, it was still considered one of the best ones, depending on when they did that poll.
Oh, the poll was recent. It came out just a month.
Oh, that's awful. Then they're just okay. Bat nipples and all. We got George Clooney Batman.
I like this. I'm going to be honest with you. Batman Rock was the first movie I saw before I saw Batman in 1989.
I did see somebody do a really cool custom with this and do this with the Val Kilmer head and do some modifications and stuff to it to get the Panther suit from Batman Forever. Mm-hmm. Because that's essentially what this is.
Yeah.
I saw somebody do a cool custom with this.
I mean,
My issue with the movie figures in general just are that because they're movie figures and because in the movies he's just wearing a solid black suit I'm sorry, there's nothing about this figure that pops. It's just all black, all one color. There's no shading, there's no slight details, even if you've got a good sculpt, which this is a decent sculpt. There's nothing here. It's just solid molded black plastic except for his face and his eyes.
Maisie said, what's wrong with this being all black?
They were able to get the likeness for George Clooney on it, though. You have to commend them that. I mean, when they can get an actor's likeness down pat, I mean, you got to commend them.
Maisie said, what's wrong with being all black?
No, I'm just saying there is nothing objectively wrong with this figure. It just does not pop.
It's not dynamic like full.
There's nothing about it that makes me think this looks like a great action.
Well, they're actually going to be doing the Batman Robin, their what do you call it? Their silver costumes. So once they had the end of the film, they're going to be doing those.
So when the film got worse, they're like, let's make those figures.
King Collector, you can actually skip without having Silverbolt, but you need the other four.
Jared, but yeah, I made it number 3 for nostalgia purposes for me because it's the Batman movie I saw when I was a kid. So
your first movie was
he's a fetus. That's why.
He's a fetus.
Then I realized
Batman and Robin was your first introduction to a live-action Batman.
Yes,
that explains so much.
Well, considering how old he is, that was probably his first introduction to Batman. Period.
It came out at the time, and blame my parents because they saw it was kid friendly. So like, oh, let's watch.
Well, you would have been what when that movie came out? You would have been what, 4, maybe 5?
Or about 5, yeah.
No,
so that's his first introduction to Batman. Period. He wasn't, he wasn't reading comics at that time. Batman animated series and Batman Adventures wasn't on the air at that time, which means this was literally his first introduction to Batman. Period. Was this god awful movie?
Hey,
and they say child abuse isn't real.
Hey, be fair though. At least I grew up and matured and realized how bad this movie is.
Yet you still put this as number 3.
I put a number 3 for my nostalgia. Okay, can you?
Because it's got the nostalgia and the feels, which means you do like that movie.
I have a guilty pleasure for it. I have a guilty pleasure for it.
Off. Anyway, number 2. Okay, what the fuck is up with this figure? No, seriously, because you're not the only one who I've seen put this figure on lists of their favorite Batman figures. I know who this character is, and this is still the stupidest looking fucking Batman costume and the stupidest version of Batman, and this is an awful action figure, yet I've seen multiple people who, before having seen their top 5 or top 10 Batman figure videos, I thought I could trust their opinion. And then I saw they would put this at like 1 or 2 or 3, and I'm like, oh, well, clearly you're mentally retarded, and I can no longer trust your opinion as a YouTuber, because this thing is fucking awful. This is a horrible look for Batman. The figure itself isn't even good. Like, it's not even a good action figure.
Now, if
You were talking about colors, though. This one pops, unlike compared to George.
This pops in all the wrong ways.
now I do like the version of this character when it's an alien on another planet,
Yeah,
and when Batman goes to that planet, he actually has superpowers.
Raven the Bold. Yeah, I remember that shit.
That was and he actually had what's his name? Did the voice for Batman, the animated series.
Kevin Conroy did this.
Kevin Conroy did the voice in Raven the Bold for this Batman.
Yeah, he did.
In-law.
I mean,
But Bruce Wayne, Batman, basically was Superman on this planet.
I don't even have this on my shelf anymore.
I seriously want to know what made you put this at number 2. What is it about this hideous figure in a shitty version of Batman that makes you and other YouTubers like this figure? I really want to know, because I don't get it at all.
To be fair, I was dumb back then. I didn't have common sense when picking my list. So, because this figure isn't even on my shelf anymore. I'm being honest. It's not on my shelf. It's in storage in a box sealed away. I don't have this on my shelf anymore. Just back then, I wanted. Just back then, I liked it. Batmans that looked different and unique. And plus, when I put this at number 2, every time I look at it, I kept on thinking about McDonald's. So
Yeah. You put a Ronald McDonald head on there, and you've got the Dark Knight of the Big Mac right there.
But yeah, I don't have this on my shelf.
I don't understand, because look, and like I said, you're not the only one I've seen put this in like a top 5 list on YouTube.
It's not a good figure. I think about next year when I get more Batman figures, redo a list and do a top 10, so I can forget about this list. Probably do a top 10 Batman next year. Hopefully.
Okay. Let's see what we got for number 1 here. Number 1. Come on, don't disappoint me. Okay, yeah, great figure. I like this figure. This is a great figure. This, and you may be right. That may be the best McFarlane Batman right there. I agree. I got him. I got lucky and got him on that, probably the same way you did, that stupid contest. What the fuck is the name of that thing McFarlane does? I don't know what it is.
Oh,
I created a contest. You still have to pay for it, but
I didn't do the contest. We go to a toy store like up at about an hour away from where we live, and they had that Batman sealed away in a mint in box. That Batman Nightfall, and I picked it up. They like maybe what, $100.
that is your number 1 choice. Is the only one I agree with.
Yeah.
But I do agree it should be number 1. That is, in my opinion, McFarlane's best Batman figure.
At the time, when I was starting doing top 5, I was looking at, okay, what do I like the most, and what are the Batmans that I usually pick up off my shelf and mess with more? That was the 5 that I usually mess with. Now I only mess with the Nightfall Batman, to be honest.
And Plastic Man, but yeah.
Look, he's up here. He's still up here on top of Castle Grayskull. I think I'm going to get a replica White House probably and put him back in his suit. Make him the president. He's not wearing his white robe. But no, I knew full well when I linked that to you. I'm like, that is gonna hate me. He's not gonna agree with the list. The Pro agree with 1, but he ain't gonna like the rest.
Yeah, the number 1 was great. I don't like the rest of those figures.
I know. I kind of figured you would. But hey, it's good entertainment.
It is. Yeah. I did find some cool stuff. I found this custom today.
Oh,
Luis Malave did this out of a McFarlane Justice Buster. Did a custom Crimson Dynamo, which looks fantastic, by the way. Like, I think he did a great job on this. Like, this is good use of a McFarlane DC Multiverse figure.
Mm-hmm.
I think he did really good.
It's like you said, they're good for customizing.
Yeah, they really are.
And they're not bad to collect. Like, you put them on the shelf, you pose them, something like that, you leave them there. They look fine.
I mean, look, I still have some McFarlane figures. I haven't completely walked away from the line. I just, I pick up. I mean, like I said, we talked about. I just
what part of that is a McFarlane figure?
Yeah, that manga Batman is up.
So I mean, I still pick them up occasionally, but no, this is great use. This is great use of a Justice Buster. I like it. I think this dude did a great job.
McFarlane's Justice Buster?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's got some Marvel parts on it too. Marvel Legends parts. Nice.
If you're gonna pick up McFarlane, you got to get Todd himself in action figure.
No.
I'm pretty sure that's one of the Marvel Select heads. I think.
No, that's from Crimson Dynamo Modern.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
And those.
It is.
Yep.
It looks different than mine. I don't know. Maybe it is. It looks different. The head looks smaller.
And those kind of look like Marvel Select feet.
I don't know. What's your opinion on this?
Either way, it looks cool. I dig it.
Matt, what's your opinion on this Superman?
I mean, it's fine, I guess. I mean, I would. It's fine. It's not one that I hate. It's not one I have any interest in, but it's not one that I hate.
I mean, I've got both versions. This is the platinum right here, and I remember when this was real. I'm like, I want the platinum because it reminds me of Fletcher. The Fletcher cartoon that came out.
Yeah, the Fletcher stuff back in the day. Which, by the way, those cartoons still hold up like a motherfucker.
Yeah,
but
that's what.
Yeah, no, the platinum one was the only one to get because the other one with the blue boots and everything just looked dumb. Because they took. I mean, he basically was like, let's do it like it was painted in this one fucking cover. It's like, okay, well, that's not what the rest of that's not what he was supposed to look like, but whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's a decent figure. It's a good representation of that era of Superman. It's not one I'm interested in, but
I mean, it's nice though.
Yeah. Let me see. I got another one here. Let's see. Oh, this one. I just thought this was cool because I thought this was I think there's definitely things I would do different here. But I saw this and was like, that gives me ideas. So he took that Thunderstrike and Beta Ray Bill and mashed them together.
Yep, I did the same thing.
And the only thing I don't like about it is he didn't even bother to paint this.
I plan on painting mine, but I never got around painting it.
But I think this is a great idea, and these are two fairly inexpensive figures to come by nowadays.
Yeah.
So this would not be an expensive custom. Again, his is just kit bashed, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that.
The issue when you do this kit bash, the parts are compatible this way, not so much the other way.
So you're left with two half figures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With me, I can find something to do with the fodder, but eventually put together, you got two halves that don't go together.
Zip for Life made a good comment.
How easy is it to get that torso apart right there?
Just heat
pop
hot water.
Okay. Yeah, I saw this and I was like, that's a good idea. I like that. I would do more to. I would actually paint the torso and the shorts and everything, and I would do something with those boots because I don't like that plasticky gold look.
Too, so you can actually make it easier to paint. Just take the arms out while you take everything apart.
I would probably, if I was going to do it, I would obviously paint the torso to match with the shorts. I would do the boots and the shoulder pads in silver instead of gold, and probably do his belt in silver as well.
Mm-hmm.
And have him all, more matching, and then do a wash on him or something like that.
Yeah.
So that way the shoulder pads, the chest pieces, and the boots and the belt all matched his helmet. It was all like silver and blue.
Same height as Thor too, because before we do this kit bash here, the Beta Ray Bill is actually shorter than Thor, which should be the other way around.
Yeah, it totally should, because Beta Ray Bill is supposed to be way bigger than Thor. It was a big dude.
Technically, the Thor figure is a little bit too tall. He's
Well, because the Thor figure is over 7 inches tall. I mean, it's a he's as big as any McFarlane figure.
Well, it's like with the Hercules, like the retro card Hercules. Great sculpt, good looking figure. Way too small for Hercules. Hercules needs to be same size as the
They
Thor.
need to do. I would love to do a modern interpretation of this dude right here, because while the figure itself is older, he's still as big as the new Thor is.
Yeah.
But just the overall sculpt and everything, and how he's so hulkingly huge in his upper body.
That's the very first wave that Hasbro did.
Yeah. I love I love this is one of the by the way, this is one of the best figures from early Hasbro, because he's still got double jointed everything with bicep swivels and thigh swivels and all that stuff. And just the overall silhouette of how hulkingly huge his arms and upper torso is compared to the rest of his body, how it's almost comically huge up here. That's what Hercules should look like. So they just need to do this figure again, but just in a modern scale, so that
Well, it would give them an excuse too to make a new buck, to redo a lot of bigger characters. Like make a new Hercules buck, classic Hercules.
Yeah.
And then they could use that same buck to redo the Wreckers.
Yeah.
Because the Wreckers are on that comically bad body, that weirdly disproportionate body they try to extend the life on.
Yeah.
That would definitely work. Be a good excuse to do that, because they need something in between. They need something. They got the new Punisher. That's the benchmark right now for regular sized buff guys.
I would love to see you.
Fantastic.
I'd love to see you do a custom Hercules on a Caliban body, like you do with those primes.
Yep, that can do.
Dude, that would be a badass Hercules.
Now, I probably would pick the Age Apocalypse. He's got a little more narrower chest, but he's got the same size arms. They use the exact same arms.
That would be a badass Hercules. It would technically be a little too big, but who gives a shit?
Size-wise, the Age Apocalypse Sabretooth. That would be a good size.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's a great, by the way, that whole Age of Apocalypse, both of those waves, I feel like are very underrated. I don't think people appreciate how good those figures are. And I get it. Not everybody read Age of Apocalypse, and not everybody has a connection to those versions of the characters. But almost every character in both of those waves and those figures were so well done.
I will say that probably the weakest one of the whole set is
X-Man.
Wow. No, well he could use the update too, but that would be the second weakest. Wild Child.
Oh yeah, Wild Child.
They put him on the Pizza Spidey bot, which just was too big.
Yeah.
Well, it's too tall.
Yeah, I mean, Wild Child was supposed to be what, 4'11" or something?
When they originally did the Superior Spider-Man, that was a good-looking buck, but everybody complained, "Oh, he's too short." So they listened and made a longer ab section and completely ruined that body. I hate Pizza Spidey. The Pizza Spidey body sucks ass. They need to throw that in the trash. Or bring back the original ab section if you're going to keep using it. Because it's out of proportion. You've got this long torso and short legs and long arms. It's just weird, but Wild Child wasn't a good one, and X-Men wasn't great either. They used the X-Men. I guess you could technically say the Cyclops wasn't great because they used Bucky Cat body with new arms. And same with, right after that, basically, they quit using Bucky Cat for Cyclops. Then you got X-Men, which used Bucky Cat lower body. For some reason, they made him tiny, tiny feet. Why did they didn't just use standard Bucky feet? They gave him tiny, tiny feet that just looks ridiculous. But, oh yeah.
Let's see. I got other stuff pulled up here. What do we have?
We're all just done.
Oh Lord, I forgot I pulled that up.
We were talking about this earlier.
God damn.
Nobody,
there are gonna be customs coming out for this thing.
Oh, absolutely.
Nobody needs to see that.
Awful. Oh yeah. What's the name of this company? Syndicate Collectibles. Never heard of them, but they're doing. Now this is what I don't like. They're doing 7-inch scale.
If these were 6-inch
dragon
scale,
figure.
I'd buy these in a heartbeat. But 7-inch scale.
I know that's the thing, and I don't like that they have freaking McFarlane ball wrists.
Ball hinges, yeah.
Yeah.
I wish these were 6-inch scale. They're not bad-looking figures for what they are. They're just supposed to be from a freaking 8-bit, video game. They're not the greatest. Look, these are not the greatest-looking figures I've ever seen. However, these would be cool. My thing is, though, when looking at these, is I really, really, really wish somebody would do the Jimmy Lee and what's the other one's name? I forget his name. Jimmy Lee and I blank on the other kid. The brothers. I wish they would do the Double Dragon brothers in their Marvel comic uniforms. You remember this comic? I don't know if you remember. I read this comic. I read the first few issues. Just because I loved Double Dragon.
I've seen these, but the only exposure I mainly had to Double Dragon was the cartoon that came out. The cartoon.
The Double Dragon cartoon was good.
Yeah, that was my exposure.
Syndicate Collectibles. We got a few months back. Remember that Pumpkinhead figure we looked at? They're doing Pumpkinhead.
Oh, okay.
They're also doing the Howling.
Okay.
So
I guess
they're like a little newer company, but they got a really cool statue of Ash from the Evil Dead, Army of Darkness.
I got to smooth it out, but I shortened his cape because I got a spare one, so I just figured shorten the cape. I've been doing that with Superman. A lot of my Superman shortening their capes because
they need to do these in the Marvel Legends line in these costumes, and you can put them on the shelf with Shang-Chi.
That would be cool.
Because it was a Marvel comic for a while, and it wasn't bad. It was not the worst Marvel comic I had ever read. No. I think I only stuck around for like 4 issues, but it was okay.
Syndicate Collectibles, they have a 1/4 scale Ash coming out of the pit from the Army of Darkness holding his boomstick over his head.
Oh, nice.
But it's $900.
Oh, my God. For $900, that better be a 1/1 scale.
And that needs to be a functioning boomstick.
Yeah. I can get a functioning boomstick for a lot less than $900.
Yeah. But, yeah, I'm not crazy with the 7-inch scale. If they were like Marvel Legends scale, I'd totally buy these.
Yeah, they're cool looking. But they're not. If they were exceptional looking figures, then I'd be like, okay, well, even at 7-inch scale, maybe they're worth picking up. They're not exceptional looking figures. Look at that old school ab crunch and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, they're okay.
Yeah, they're not great. And
you look at the hips. This is kind of old school, hips and ab crunch and all that. Those kind of look like old Toy Biz, early days Toy Biz. They do. And again, if they were 6-inch scale, I'd still be interested. But at 7-inch scale, no. I do like that they have the neck, the
their figures run a little high too, because I was looking there, the funky heads like $60, and these are probably going to be like around the $50-$60 price range. Yeah, it doesn't say what the price is on these is, but I just googled their website and just went to like what the other stuff they're selling for. Yeah. Okay.
So, and these are both the same figure. They just have different heads molded in different colors. So there's nothing phenomenal about these. So when you add 7-inch scale to that, I'm just kind of like, eh. And again, I'd rather have the comic versions anyway.
Their Pumpkinhead action figure is $65. And how much is their Howling? Howling at $60. So
now that being said, if I walked into a store and saw these for $25, I'd probably still pick them up, to be honest. I know they're not going to be $25, but
if it's priced like their other stuff, you're probably looking at $50-$60 for these.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We've got this dude here. Oh,
that is. I'll probably end up trying to get 2 of these. It's Masterverse. They don't normally sell out, so I think it's a little easier. With Origins, it'd be a free for all, and it'll sell out fast. But where it's Masterverse, they don't normally sell out on their.
I mean, dude, I look at this and I'm like, you could totally fit that into your Origins collection as like a super Horde Trooper.
Yeah, it can work in. Hell, nice it is the premium finish. You can work it in any collection.
Yeah, that thing is just that's badass looking.
Have the Horde invade the Marvel universe.
Yeah, dude, you could like, and the kit bashing and customization options for this, like that could be an Iron Man figure.
Yeah,
you could throw that in your Warhammer collection. You can do all kinds of stuff with this dude.
Got a very Warhammer feel to it.
Yeah, I like it, man. That thing looks awesome. And then where's the picture of him next to the other figures? So he's a big
scale figures. He's dwarfing.
Yeah,
true 7-inch scale figures.
Yeah,
they're big.
Yeah, so that's a big chunky figure. What's the retail price on this guy?
$33.
Oh, that's not bad for something that big.
I know. That's why I'm bought 2. If I'm gonna pay shipping, I might as well pay shipping for 2.
Yeah,
they got a limit of 3 when you order. But like I said, normally they don't sell out Mattel Creations for the Masterverse, but this is a troop builder, so I can see everybody ordering 3.
Yeah, that looks cool, man. We've also got some DC Multiverse stuff. So we have two new Supermans coming out. For some reason, they put Superman in a Green Lantern costume. I don't know why. Anybody know why they put Superman in a Green Lantern costume?
What do you mean?
Because that's a Superman head sculpt. That's the Hush Superman head sculpt.
Oh.
That's the first release Ultraman head sculpt, the one that came in that.
Oh, is it Ultraman or okay? I knew it was one of the Superman head sculpt.
That was the head sculpt that came with the Starro Build-A-Figure wave.
Okay, yeah, whatever. It's a Superman head sculpt. So they gave Superman brown hair and put him in that old ass ugly Green Lantern over detailed costume that nobody likes.
Mm-hmm. How many Hal Jordans we need?
We need one good one. Can we get one good one?
The good one is the Silver Age.
Now you know what? I don't need one good one because I have my DC Collectibles Essentials, which is better than anything McFarlane's done. So
100%.
I mean, this isn't a bad Green Lantern though, Hal Jordan. Yeah. It's not a bad one. This is not a bad Hal Jordan.
The Silver Age one he did on the smooth body. It's the best one he's done.
Yeah, and it comes with a lot of interchangeable heads and green and lantern effects. So,
but why get rid of the sculpted S emblem on Superman?
I don't know. I'm assuming it's got to be a cost thing. Or I'm assuming because first of all, this is the Action Comics 1000 Superman that they've just redone. I'm assuming because as far as I know, and you guys tell me if I'm wrong, as far as I know, he never reused that upper torso. So,
well, he did. The 1000's been released several times.
But I mean, like for any other characters or anything like that. So it may be that he just put on a smooth upper torso on the rest of that figure to save money, and then just had it painted on.
The last time we got that figure was in that Atomic Skull Amazon 2-pack, and the symbol's sculpted. So
yeah, I don't know. It's got to be a cost thing. That's the only thing I can think of why you would do that.
It's either you get a sculpted S emblem, House of L emblem, and a plastic cape, or you get your soft goods cape and a painted on emblem.
I mean,
by the way, let me be clear though. I'm fine with a painted on emblem.
Yeah,
I never have needed the emblem to feel like a chunk of steel on Superman's chest because that's not the way it was in the comics. In the comics, I mean, there's been various versions, but I mean, for me, in the comics, his mother fucking sewed the suit for him.
It was like the what really stands out in my head being metal Return of Superman after he died.
Yes.
Yes.
That one should be like a chunky piece on his chest. Other than that, it's always just been a part of the suit. Like it's there. It doesn't need to stick out. So I'm perfectly fine with this. I think this is a good looking Superman.
He's wearing his suit, his Clark Kent suit over top the suit. You have that big giant metal emblem on there. Like it's kind of hard to hide that.
Yeah. I'm okay with this. I think it's a good looking Superman figure. I've said for a long time that other than the single jointed elbows, the Superman 1000 is the best Superman that McFarlane has released.
Now so I don't need the fully sculpted S, but I do like how
I will say the sculpted S is a bit too enlarged.
I do like how Mayfix did theirs. It's just like the outline of the S.
Yeah.
And they didn't paint it. Like it's sewed onto the suit. It's not a big giant raised piece.
Yeah, I'll be honest. If it's a difference between just painted on or a big chunky piece, I'd rather have it just painted on.
Does that mean you're going to buy it?
This one I'll probably pick up, yeah.
Quinn's got a few of them, he said. So,
well, once I've finished spending thousands of dollars on a motorcycle, then I might start buying some action figures again.
Are you sure Quinn said he had this one? Because what's it say on the picture?
Walmart exclusive.
Yeah. Are you sure Quinn said he had that one?
He showed it on the stream while he was here. That was the first thing he showed.
Was it this Superman or was it this one?
It was that one.
Are you sure?
Yes, because otherwise I wouldn't have been asking several times. Quinn, let me ask you. I want to buy that from you. Who's this Superman?
Are you sure?
Yes, and Toy Gaines is here in the chat. Hello, Mr. Gaines. How are you?
Like I said, I like this Superman. I'm okay with. The only thing I think about this Superman is from all the pictures I've seen, for this version of Superman, his cape looks too short.
Oh, yeah. It's not that short. There's
every picture I've seen, it looks short. In this version of Superman, which this is like classic 80s, 90s Superman, his cape should come down to about at least halfway down his calf.
No, what I'm trying to say is the guy who bought the Superman, who found it, he did a video of this figure, and the cape actually goes down near to his.
Okay, as long as it does that, then it's fine. Again, as I've said before, I think Superman 1000 is the best Superman McFarlane's done. He really needs to update the elbows. I don't know why he I mean, again, it doesn't bother me that much, but I know it bothers a lot of people. That's really the only thing. And I prefer a well-painted on emblem to a big chunky emblem.
Actually, Toy Gaines here's got a pretty good kit for Superman right here. You want to put that on screen? He said, if you take the Supes 1000, mix the Hush legs and arms, you have a really good soup. Just odd you need 2 figures to do so. Yep. Yeah.
Let me get this here real quick. Alpha Proto, how do you feel about the casting for the new Green Lantern Corps movie? So I love who they got as Jon Stewart. I know that actor. I've seen him in a handful of things. I think he's going to be a great Jon Stewart. I'm not sure about what's that dude's name, Kyle Chandler from Friday Night Lights being Hal Jordan. Yeah. Like, I like him as an actor. He just does not, like, first of all,
he had the perfect Hal Jordan with Nathan Fillion, but for some reason he's got to be Guy Gardner.
Yeah. First of all, he's gonna. First of all, that dude's gonna have to bulk up. He's not a big guy. He's not very tall. He's probably about 5'9", 5'10", and he's not a big dude. And for Hal Jordan, I'm sorry, ex-fighter pilot, dude, you better. I need Hal Jordan to be a substantial figure. When the rumors first came out, and one of the names they were throwing out for Hal Jordan was Chris Pine, and I was like, yeah, dude, I would totally buy Chris Pine, because Chris Pine's what? He's fucking mid to late 40s. Yeah. As an older Hal Jordan, yeah, I was down. And then they announced Kyle Chandler, and I was like, okay, like I like him as an actor. First of all, I've never seen him do anything that makes me think he's going to play a good Hal Jordan type of character, but maybe he will, because he's a good actor. And second, I just don't think he has the physical presence. Well, but like I said, the dude that they got to play Jon Stewart, like, I'm sold on that one.
JB, you're right. Quinn did have that one. I was unboxing my Superion.
Okay. I thought that's what he was showing.
All you have to, know if you want this one, JB, all you have to do is call Quinn.
I could, but I don't have. Does he got a business number on Facebook?
I can give you his number.
Okay. I don't know his number.
All you have to do is go to Quinn Comics on Facebook, and all of the information's there.
I like how.
Is this your first night on the show, JB?
I like how I just drive Jared crazy, like he's about to pull out what hair he's got left.
What are you talking about? Pull out what hair I got left? I've got more hair than both of you.
I don't know about that.
Where you see me losing any hair?
All right, so Toy Gang says, is it okay that I don't hate the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern movie? No, it's not okay, sir.
Oh.
It's not okay. No. Can I say, I don't hate the first 2/3 of the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern movie. The third act is literally a steaming pile of shit floating in the air. Mm-hmm. That's literally what the movie is.
And they left us on it.
But the first 2/3 of the movie, like the whole origin story and everything, and him going to Oa and all that, I actually enjoy that. It's just, it falls apart in the third act is where that movie goes to shit, literally.
What the movie should have been is what the animated movie they did right after it, when Sinestro gets revealed to be the bad guy.
Yeah. I don't have as big of a problem with that movie as a lot of people do. The third act is what sucks. I also don't mind Ryan Reynolds as Hal Jordan at all. Like, I thought he was a good choice for Hal Jordan, and I think he did a good job as Hal Jordan.
Mark Strong was a perfect casting choice for Sinestro, though.
Oh, he was great. Yeah, there was a lot of good choices made in that movie until they got to the story for the third act and the design of Parallax. That's where they fucked up
in the movie.
Really?
Parallax is something that should never been in the
movie. He should have never been in the movie. The movie should have been, like, I get what they were doing to build to Sinestro in a sequel, but I'm sorry, Sinestro is not a sequel to Parallax. It's the other way around if you're going to do that.
Yeah.
So they should have figured out a way for Sinestro to turn in the third act.
I mean,
for some reason, right?
They did that for a movie we're talking about earlier, Transformers 1. They turned Megatron.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If they had done that in the third act, I don't even mind the CGI suits. I don't mind the casting. I thought the casting was good. I liked the first two acts. I liked the origin story, which is Act 1. Act 2 is Oa. I like large chunks of the movie, and I like a lot of the decisions they made with the movie, but then everything goes to shit in the third act.
Most of the movie kind of fits in with that animated movie where Sinestro ends up being the bad guy until the third act. They get a completely different third act and reveal that Sinestro actually conquered his home world using the Green Lantern ring. It's like,
what was that name of the movie called? It was like Green Lantern First Light or something like that, or First Flight.
First Flight. Maybe. Then Twilight. Yeah, First Flight. And then there was Twilight of the Emerald was the second Green Lantern movie.
That's when DC was doing just masterpiece animated movies.
Animated films. I have a ton of those sitting over here on my shelf.
Then they did the New 52 reboot stuff. They were okay.
It went all the way from Justice. It started at Flashpoint when they did that movie. Then it went to New 52 Rebirth. Then it went to Justice League War. Then it at Dark.
Dude, you don't need to name all 27 movies.
I could name them if
okay.
I wanted to.
But I will say, no, I like those movies. I actually really do. I think most of those movies, I think they did 19 total. Or 20, no, I think it actually might have been 27. But I like most of those movies in that Flashpoint to Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. Most of those movies are really good. There's a couple in there that kind of suck, but most of those movies are really good. And I think Justice League Dark Apocalypse War is a phenomenal movie.
Oh, yeah.
That was when on my other channel we did top 10 movies of the year that year. That was like my number 2 movie of the year. I love that movie. I think that movie's fantastic. I think in general, from Flashpoint to that point, was a really good run. Not all of them were great. There was a couple of them in there. And then they did throw some Elseworld stories in there that I wasn't big on because they all had to do with fucking Batman, and I'm not the biggest Batman fan. But
and everything like that.
Most of those movies in that it started out as basically they were redoing the New 52 stuff. That went away very quickly. If you watch those movies, they dropped the New 52 thing really quick. They do a couple of those Justice League movies. They did Justice League War and then Justice League the other one, and they stuck to the New 52 stuff for the first couple of movies, and then very quickly it became its own thing, and they kind of diverged greatly from the New 52 stuff.
It was it was kind of a blend of New 52 and like post-crisis.
Yes, yeah, there was a heavy post-crisis influence on that, especially by the time you got to once they started doing the Superman movies, which I think they did 3 Superman movies, which I liked a lot. I mean, they did condense the whole Superman, Death of Superman, Superman Lives, Superman Returns, but I still thought they were 3 really good movies. I like that run of DC animated stuff. I think they did a really good job on those.
I think
JB, when you was thinking of all those movies on the line, you was around me with Bubba from the Forrest Gump, talking about the different types of shrimp.
That's why I cut him off, man. I'm like, you don't need to name all the movies. We know what you're talking
Green
about.
Lantern, First Fly. We got the Green Lantern up there.
I know. No, I like to ramble.
We got Flashpoint. We got Justice League and Justice League War and.
I enjoy them so much that I just like to ramble and say the titles. Okay, I'm very, very critique. By the way, Toy Games just gave you a compliment, Matt.
What? I didn't see. I'm sorry. What did I?
Toy Games gave you a compliment. He says I love watching. He says
Can you read? He says always like hearing your opinions on movies, man. I love talking about movies. I fucking love talking about movies. But
that's what Geek Chat's usually about. We're talking about movies.
Yep.
I need to finish watching Hellboy.
Even though we haven't done
Hellboy's on the website.
I know. I just saw that it dropped on HD this week. I need to watch. I tried watching the first version that was on there, and it was really bad. And I was like, I'll wait. So it just dropped in HD this week. I do want to watch that because I liked the trailer. I liked that it was like, hey, let's do a small story, like horror story about Hellboy.
Oh, so, it's got an Evil Dead feel to it. I'll have to start watching it, and it's like it's got very much like an Evil Dead feel.
Yeah. I haven't watched it. Yeah, like I said, I started watching. I think I only got like 5 minutes in to the crappy version that they had on the website for a few weeks. Yeah. And I was like, I'm going to wait till the good version shows up.
You and I both love the Evil Dead franchise. So.
Mm-hmm.
I love Evil Dead.
You a little bit more. You got the tattoo.
Yes, I actually have a tattoo of Ash on my leg. That is how much I love Evil Dead.
Groovy.
Oh
man, how do I not have Ash clips? I need to cut me some out.
Oh, you need to get some Ash clips, yeah. I'm just saying, as much as I love a lot of stuff, the only fictional character I have tattooed on my body is Ash from Evil Dead. So that should tell you something. Like most of my tattoos are very personal. I've got all my kids' names, my wife's name on my ring finger, stuff like that. I've got very personal stuff on tattooed on me. But the only like fictional kind of fanboy thing I have is I've got Ash tattooed. It's my only color tattoo as well. Is the Ash tattoo? He's full color.
Sif for Life said he likes the first Superman Doomsday movie.
Oh, the Bruce Timm style?
The Bruce Timm one?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that was the one. Okay, so I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to go back. That was the one that had Supergirl in it, right? Or was that from?
No,
didn't they do it? They did. No, wait. They did it in Superman Adventures, right? They did the Doomsday story.
Yes.
Or
they did the Superman. No, they did.
And they did a movie later on in like the 2000s, right?
Yeah. The one you're thinking about was Justice League Unlimited, and they did the Doomsday story. Which was a Cadmus. He wasn't the original Doomsday. He was a Cadmus project.
Yeah.
He was a
then they did a movie.
They kind of based it. They kind of used Superman design from the animated universe of Justice League and stuff, but they gave him cheekbones.
What they did basically did a Bizarro story with Superman Doomsday.
The clone.
Superman clone.
Superman has.
By the way. I don't know if anybody else likes this show, but Superman and Lois just came back for the final season. I like this show. I actually like it. I think there are times when it gets a little too much into the CW drama bullshit that I don't care as much about. But overall, I like the show. 4th season just started, and so they've for anybody that watched last season, the last episode of last season started the Doomsday fight, and the first episode of this season finishes the Doomsday fight. And while in the show they did do the Bizarro route, where they have Lex Luthor take Bizarro, who's come here from his dimension, and they have him. Basically, Lex Luthor does to him what the Kryptonian scientists did to Doomsday thousands of years ago, where he just puts him through. He kills him over and over and over and over and over again to get him strong. So they did do the Bizarro Doomsday storyline in the show, but it was actually really well done. And by the way, Doomsday looks fucking awesome. Like, he doesn't look like a Ninja Turtle like he did in Batman v Superman. So that's great. It's really good. It was a good.
Basically, they kind of mix the comic book origin with the Batman vs Superman origin, where they use the Kryptonian-based DNA, like they altered it with the
Yeah.
So
It was pretty good. The new season's out. I like this show. Again, there are episodes where it just becomes like, you know how CW every other episode has to do an episode that's all about character and drama.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they do the typical CW stuff where, like, some episodes you're just like, come on, fast forward. I want to see Superman fighting villains. You know what I mean? But overall, it's a good show. And I like, what's his face? Tyler, the fuck is his name?
Hutchinson, I think.
Hecklin. Tyler Hecklin.
Hecklin.
I like him. I like him as Superman. I think he does great.
It is a shame.
I think it's a good Superman show. It's not a great Superman show. It's a good Superman show.
It is a shame that it's getting canceled, but we know it's only getting canceled because of James Gunn.
James Gunn got it canceled. That's why.
He wants everything in the same universe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I get it. You know what I mean? You get put in charge of this entire universe. You do want to be like, okay, I need one version of each character, and I need to control what goes out there. Yeah. I understand it. I'm not mad about it.
He's even going to have them when he does the animated stuff. The actors are going to do the voice acting for the animated stuff.
Which, again, if his stuff turns out to be good, which I will say from the leaked behind-the-scenes pictures and videos I've seen, I'm not sure I believe that Superman's going to be good. But if it turns out to be good, I think that's a good route to go. I'm okay with that.
But really, you could still keep it going. Just say it's multiverse. This is another.
I don't think he wants to have any multiverse stuff.
No, he doesn't. And to be honest, I don't blame him for that. The way the multiverse has been so overused in the last decade in many franchises, I do not blame anybody who gets put in charge of DC movies and TV of going, we're not doing any multiverse shit. No.
The only two things that Marvel's done that's multiverse related that's been good was Spider-Man No Way Home, Deadpool.
Yeah, that's it.
What do y'all?
I don't blame him. And look, I'm not like a.
Loki was pretty good.
If you're
Loki, I like Loki a lot.
I will say, Loki. Loki was kind of multiverse-ish.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of. It was more time travel
more timeline stuff.
Yeah, it was more timeline stuff, but there was some multiverse stuff in there.
We didn't really call it a multiverse until later.
I mean, the point of the show was to prevent a multiverse from happening.
Right.
But
that's what I meant. Like, it was pretty good. Like, but as a show altogether, it was great. Especially the ending. The ending was a masterpiece.
Y'all have seen the DC Superman films,
like Superman figures, man. I really like this when they fix Dark Knight.
Like, have y'all seen this one? Y'all seen this? Superman Unbound?
I saw it once a long time ago. I don't really remember it that much, to be honest. That's one of the ones I don't.
You're going to have to use words because you're a little dark.
I did. I tried to say it. I said,
like, have you seen this one? Then you don't say anything. Then you go, Unbound.
Oh, I thought I said Superman Unbound. I thought I said it, but that's.
I'll be honest, I saw that once, and I don't even remember what the storyline. What was the storyline to that one?
About Brainiac invading, basically.
That's based on the comic book. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, Supergirl's in it too. Like she's in it.
That was a good one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, we got more toy news to talk about because Matt's got to leave here in 15 minutes.
Do we have more toy news stuff? I don't know. Yeah. Oh, we did. Well, here we got like a new Target exclusive Sinestro and
I saw the Steel.
I've
Commander
seen
Steel.
Steel.
Commander Steel. Thank you. I was like Captain Steel. No, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, I saw him at Target the other day.
That's a good looking figure. I don't really care about Commander Steel, but it's a good looking figure. The Sinestro is just redone Parallax. I could give two shits about this. However, the head sculpt's great. The head sculpt is the only thing that I look at on this and go, that would be cool to put on something else.
It'd be cool to put on this Green Lantern, this Yellow Lantern.
Yes, because that is a better Sinestro head sculpt than that one.
This one, the one that came on him, kind of reminds me of Mark Strong as Sinestro.
It does, but this gives a much more like comic book Sinestro vibe. This is a great head sculpt.
I'm actually going to probably pick that one up next week.
Yeah, if I had that Sinestro you had, I would buy this figure just for the head sculpt and throw the rest of it away because I think the rest of it is just Parallax redone, which is fine, but like who gives a crap?
I think this is still available at Big Bad Toy Store. This Sinestro is. I think.
Well, I mean, it's not like I'm buying.
We got 15 minutes.
All right, go.
We're talking about toys.
All right.
Talking about toys. We've been rambling about Superman and movies and everything.
Yes. By the way, Sith for Life. I love that show, and I thought Commander Steel was good in that, even though he's not comic accurate.
Matt,
we got some new Masterverse drops. We got the first 4 went up for pre-order. Flying Fist, He-Man, Fisto, King Randor, and Roboto. We got some more. I think maybe Evil went up for pre-order.
Tour.
Silicon, I definitely I like to get a couple of those. I've been cherry picking like the Masterverse stuff. These are monsters, something like that. We got the vintage collection, Zodak and Skeletor. Those are up for order.
Those will be up tomorrow. Those will be up next Friday at Walmart Collector next week. The Skeletor.
And we got these 3 are up for order right now: She-Ra, Ram Man, the cartoon collection, and Montana. We got some more reveals coming out. We've already seen many faces, but we're getting a Triclops, Faker, He-Man, Leech, Catra, Invisible Skeletor, Frosta, and Buzzoff, Modulok. We've seen these before. The Evil Horde 2-pack, which this one's based on the original concept design for Hordak and not Beastman, Grizzlor. So those are coming up, and we got some more Turtles of Grayskull reveals. We got pre-orders went up today. We got the Radlor, the Mechanic. These are like the mutant versions of them.
Those have not come out yet.
No, we got a few pre-orders up. We got a Cyborg Raphael, which is really cool. The Shredder looks really cool. It's reusing the lower body from that. Lady Slither and the Merman. The Merman, yeah. We get a King Hiss, which is also a Foot Ninja. You got some detailed pictures that's coming out. And Mattel, what is wrong with you? Why can you not make a He-Man head sculpt? This looks like shit.
Forty is probably the best He-Man head they've done.
And it's still awful. And they cannot do a He-Man. How come third-party companies to make a He-Man head? You used to be able to make a He-Man head. The Masterverse Classics, fantastic sculpts, great head sculpts, especially when they did like the vintage style He-Man head. Why can you not make a He-Man head now? You make ugly ass He-Mans. This looks like it's He-Man. And we get the Fisto with a fully cybernetic arm, with some new style, new Eternia. Get the helmet head and unhelmeted head, which looks cool. It's just got, I'm just not real crazy about with their human figures in this whole line. It's like they're oddly proportioned. I like them. I can excuse it with the monsters. The females are doing really good. This Evil Lyn is fantastic. I'm probably going to have to get this Evil Lyn. These actually scale with your classic stuff. They're actually, the females do. The males, not so much. The females do. and that is probably the best looking Evil Lyn they've made.
I pre-ordered that one when it went up immediately.
Then we got the new I'll probably get this Roboto because he looks really good. Classic Roboto.
Does he look weird to you? I think he's got like a weird face. Or am I just seeing?
Well, you got different face plates too for Roboto.
Okay, because I thought I was going crazy. Like, it looks like he's got a face.
The Beast Man don't make sense because they had that really nice deluxe one. So why do we need a regular one again? Yeah, see, try to find pictures of the Roboto. Is that the only picture they had of Roboto? One single picture of Roboto.
Must be.
Okay, and one picture of this one. Now, I like this one. That can work in a collection. You know, they got the little bigger. There's a troop builder. So I never got this in classics. It came with the spinny vehicle. I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, I bought the vehicle off eBay loose. About the figure. Oh, people like break things up. I got the vehicle really cheap. Roton. And we got the Zodak Vintage Collection. Cartoon She-Ra, so much better than the Origin She-Ra. It was based on like the toy. I didn't even bother getting that figure because I thought it looked terrible. This one looks really good. I got this one pre-ordered.
The Red Man, really good, yeah.
Yep, I got him pre-ordered. Mantana. This is one I want to see in Masterverse 2 because I never got the Classics one. And he's one I think would just fit perfectly in a Classics collection. We get a classic Hordak, cartoon style Hordak.
I'm pre-ordering that one when it comes out.
Oh, yeah.
Because Hordak was just great in the cartoon.
Absolutely. And we get a cartoon style, like a Many-Faces. Triclops. And I like the updated bodies on the cartoon too. They're a little bigger, the proportions a little better. And I can't remember his color scheme in the cartoon, but it seems like it was darker than this.
It might have been. I'd have to go back and watch the He-Man She-Ra movie. Yeah.
Catra, which it's really cool. She comes with like a transformed version, but just a little small figurine, but wish it was a little bigger. And you got your basically a reissue of He-Man, but with a faker head, but you can actually just use it as He-Man too with the
angry head. Every time I see this figure, how do you like that, hero? I have your powers too. Every time. I always hear that.
The mutated Rattler looks actually kind of cool. It's kind of twisted. Like, well, you got the extended neck piece that's actually coming out of his internal inside. He's spitting out his own head,
which is really
gross, but it's cool too at the same time.
Yeah, we got to talk about that.
Almost like he's molting.
We got to talk about that Vintage Collection Skeletor. That thing is awesome.
Yeah, it looks really good. I like the head sculpt.
I mean, we're finally getting a classic Skeletor that we've been wanting in Masterverse after that Comic-Con release.
The closest we got was one with the throne, which I had the throne on order, but it's not coming out yet. So for me, I ordered from Entertainment Earth. So looking forward to that.
It's definitely, and it will go for pre-order next week at Walmart. So,
we've got the same pictures we just saw.
Yeah,
this is cool. Transformers is doing retro carded collection with modern figures. They've done reissues, but we're getting actual Transformers on retro cards. This is a Walmart exclusive mold for Bumblebee from the Netflix series. So we're actually a lot of people have been wanting this, even though we got the Steel Series one. I mean, people wanting the actual VW Bug. The only way you can get that was through, as Bumblebee through Walmart, because when they do a store exclusive, it is exclusive to that store for so many years. So they got a workaround with this one, so they're doing a retro card at Walmart. These are Walmart exclusive. So we're getting like Marvel Legends style retro cards. Hopefully the card backs are going to be good, not like when they first did the G.I. Joes, when they did little floppy cards. Hopefully they learned their lesson, but it's Hasbro, so these are probably going to have the floppy cards. The Bumblebee is just a recolor. It's a more traditional yellow. Instead of more of the golden color, like the bronzy gold they did for the Netflix. The Gears is actually getting a cartoon, like a toy head. which is kind of weird. They did it with Gears. Why didn't they do it with Bumblebee when they get the battle mask? But we're getting the battle mask like toy style head for Gears and a lighter color scheme. So it's a cartoon color scheme, but with the toy head. It's kind of interesting. I wonder how hard it would be to change the faceplate if you want a lighter colored Gears. But these really got me interested. I'm looking at especially Gears. I like the Bumblebee too, so I'll probably be getting both of these. And we got a new picture of the missing link Sunstreaker, which I like this because Sunstreaker was the very first Transformer. We're getting a missing link of it. So I don't need to get all the missing links, but I want to get this one since he was the very first Diaclone figure. So I kind of want to get this. Of course, this Diaclone figure was red, but anyway. We get McFarlane's doing more Bleach figures from the 1,000-Year Blood War, which I wish any company besides McFarlane was doing these. Jazzwares is getting those anime licensing. I wish they got this instead of McFarlane, because then they would be in scale with everything else instead of giant 7, nearly 8-inch tall figures. So there's that. This, to me, feels like Super 7 is trolling Bobby Valla.
Yes.
I'm not a big fan of Super 7 figures, especially their G.I. Joe line. But this is a UK Action Force villain that Super 7's doing. With Bobby Valla having the Action Force branding here in the United States, but he didn't do any of the UK characters. But now, like, Monster Force is actually going to do stuff that's styled in that style. And now Super 7's jumping in doing UK Action Force. So it's and I think they were actually doing the Destro guy that uses the Destro, like the red. I can't remember his name, but I think they're doing Destro, the Destro version as well. This figure looks like absolute poop.
We were talking about that one. We were talking about it.
Yeah, the articulation is terrible. He's got a camel toe.
Going.
And another good picture of the new Attack on Titan, the female Titan. Great range of movement, good sculpt. That's actually, I like how you can interchangeable parts where you can do the hardening.
Not anatomically correct though. It's a shame.
Well, they're Titans, so there's it's just like a flesh growing over top of your regular body. So she's in there on the back of the neck.
Yeah, that's not weird at all.
Have you not watched Attack on Titan?
No.
Those with the Titan abilities, they can grow those bodies around their bodies, and they control them inside. And the actual real body is inside the back of the neck, the nape of the neck. Those are the shifters. We got to look at the new Fish Toys has released more images. They're doing L4 Tiger. This thing looks really good. And we get the new SH Figure Arts. What's the name? Shoto Toriaki. Which is a good looking figure. We just got one picture of it so far.
Alpha says, I've never seen that anime. Too many naked.
With this new horse, the Fish Toys is doing a articulated horse.
Yeah, he's popping that horse's neck. Look at it. That's animal abuse. That's animal abuse right there.
Yeah. If it's a live animal, it would be. With the Savage Crucible, it's got a license to the Harbinger Studios. Elric, the Melbourne. I think was it Alpha Proto? Was you the one talking about this, or was it the something along? Somebody was on our Discord. It was talking about like it'd be great if somebody had this license. Then like a week later, this popped up, and then Savage Crucible's getting the license. These look really cool. And we got some import figures, furries, burn them with fire. With the more Yu-Gi-Oh, like Egyptian gods, which is, these look awesome. The this one is freaking, I hate their Facebook page. You click on a picture and it then crashes everything. Or the Transformer crossover with Naruto. They're doing, which I have no interest whatsoever. The only crossover that really made me go buy one was the Knight Rider one. So it made perfect sense.
Now
I don't know what this is. What caught my attention is how they're doing the snake body, how articulated this thing is.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they need to do with Globulus.
Yes. Globulus needs to be like this. And I'm like, one of the characters I got too, like, has a snake body. It's like, man, that's awesome. It's very articulated and looks really good. And it's gonna, I was afraid it's gonna like bounce me out of this, a Mecha Guyver. How freaking cool is that?
That's awesome. I went back and I watched it. Guyver, the Dark Hero. I went back and watched the films. Those were good.
I love the Guyver, but the fact that they're doing a Mecha Guyver, it's kind of a neat little niche. I wonder how much this thing's going to cost.
A lot.
Probably $100.
And this was announced today, that they're talking about doing a live action Voltron with Henry Cavill.
We were talking about that before we started the show.
But the audience didn't know that, so that's why I'm bringing it up.
Well,
Matt, it's time for you to audio Vamos.
Oh, that's right. It is time.
Well, Matt can stay. The politics we can talk about tomorrow.
Well, I got to head out. People start getting mad when I'm late.
All right.
Remember, we just talked about toys on this channel, JB.
Oh, I know.
All right, I'm going to get out of here. I will see you guys later.
Yeah, we're about ready to wrap up, too.
Take it easy, gentlemen. Chat. Stay sexy. Have a good weekend. Get laid. Later. I'm out.
Later.
Seriously, I was trying to ask him, are we doing a geek chat tomorrow?
We are in a...
I know. I just feel like it's more convenient asking while they're there instead of messaging later.
You take one finger and type on your phone. I was going to say you use your fingers to type on the keyboard, but you don't have a computer. I love these mechs. I don't know what this series these mechs are from, but they look awesome.
I just drive you crazy, Jared.
You could have bought a computer during Amazon Prime days, but no.
I could, but my wife's like, no, we got to use the money. I could, but my wife was like today, she's like, can you take me to Sam's Club? We got to use our money for that. I'm like, what do you got to get at Sam's Club? She's like, well, they've got all these offers and deals. I need to go buy some stuff. I'm like, okay.
Man, I need a computer. I'm wanting to be doing this thing on YouTube, but I have to do everything on my phone. So I need to be like a real YouTuber and get a computer.
I try to be. Come on, I try to be a YouTuber. I'm trying.
I give you a hard time.
I know we give each other a hard time. That's
man, this thing, the more I look at this thing, the more I want this. I hope it's not retardedly priced. I'm sorry, that's not politically correct for me to say.
That's so everybody can see, oh, these two guys are just best friends, aren't they? They are.
Why does this do this?
We keep seeing
when I click on a picture, when I close it out, I don't know what it is. Every time I go on this Facebook page, when I load a picture, when I close out of it, it's like
you were saying about
a random picture instead of going back.
You were saying about a computer. What's happening right now?
It's just this.
Why do we got to see more? Look at that, an anime woman showing off her bra and panties. Okay.
If you want to see that, you can go play on your phone afterwards.
Yeah,
now
for
we're
those
back over.
wondering, it's Transformers and anime tits is what's Jared's fetish. That puppies.
No. It might be yours, but yeah, not mine.
That Yugo figure looks awesome.
Yeah, Ovilus, the Egyptian god. Like, man, that thing looks so cool. There's an Exodia too. Like that one looks really good.
There for Life's got the best comment. The furries are attached to you, Jared.
Burn them with fire, brother.
Brother.
Not brother. I'm talking about. Have you not seen like the parodies, like where like the Warhammer guys are killing furries?
Yes.
That's.
I kind of figure. I just like doing it whenever I hear the word brother. I have to do like Hogan's voice, like brother.
There we go. We got some better pictures of.
All right.
You get alternate head sculpts. You use the words fire and ice together. That looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
I dig it. Flash kits. Yep. That's definitely it. More pictures of the. Oh, click on the picture and it's going to do that again.
I tell you, it's like they said, yeah, naked women come to you.
She's not a naked woman. You need to watch the show.
Naked.
Watch the
I
show.
see vagina. The only thing I don't see is nipples.
Because it's not an actual body. You not.
I know.
Here, when we get Aaron Yeager up here, so you can see your naked dude, so like little plastic man dude. We get some more pictures of the exclusive Goku.
Yeah. Gwen from these are all going to be Comic Cons, right? Or Walmart. What are these? Comic Con?
New York Comic Con exclusives.
Okay, I thought these were Comic Con. That Vegito looks awesome.
Vegito looks really good. I feel like that one.
Mm-hmm. The Goku translucent, I don't care much about.
Which one do you like better, Gogeta or Vegito?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Probably Vegito. If I'm being honest, I'm going to pick Vegito. But he's always awesome. The translucent stuff, I don't care much about, but there are people who like translucent figures, so I get that.
With the Super Saiyans, I do like the translucent hair.
Yeah. Translucent hair works, but when you translucent the body, like Goku over here, it does seem kind of an odd choice.
I don't think he's translucent. I think it's just shiny.
Did he? I thought his body was translucent because they did one for a Gohan 2-pack where they made it completely translucent. It looks translucent.
Yeah, it is translucent.
Okay. That's what I thought, because they did one where it was in full blue with a Gohan 2-pack from last year. They redid it here.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks cool, but...
I'd rather just have the translucent hair and not the translucent body.
Yeah.
This one... It just hair translucent on this one, and it just did a shiny body.
You should pick that up, Jared.
Nah. Because it's going to be an event exclusive, and it's going to be hard to get. It means expensive, so nah.
I mean, Matt did pay over $90 for a Death's Head figure.
This one?
Yeah. I'm waiting for my copy. I got mine coming in hopefully next week.
These go up for pre-order next week. These are a 4-pack of the skeletons from 4 Horsemen. A new color scheme, and it says accessories. They come with masks and alternate heads.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, he froze.
Might try to get these because I didn't get I have their Grim Reaper one up for pre-order, which uses this body. but I kind of wouldn't mind to get some more of these skeletons. I hear nothing but good things about these skeletons. So I think they'd be really cool. You know what? How much are they going to be? Flat rate, $10. How much is it going to be? $100 for the 4-pack. Directly from Store Horseman. So that's $25 figure.
4 Horseman figures sell real well. Yeah. They do really good sculpt. They're the ones that did Moto Master Universe Classic. So,
Classics was designed by the 4 Horsemen. That's why they're so much better. The early DC Universe, the older DC Universe Classic stuff, 4 Horsemen.
The super.
When they all start doing their own sculpt, that's when it's like.
Yeah, I have the He-Man from that line. I still have it somewhere here.
I think a lot of those older classic figures are still worth a lot of money.
Oh, they are. They are, especially mint and box. Whew. They go for a pretty penny.
But, yep, definitely interest deals. That is all I have.
Okay.
Did I talk about everything that's on our thumbnail?
I believe. I didn't get a chance to see the thumbnail.
Why didn't you look at the thumbnail?
Because you didn't send it in the chat.
We could look at the stream.
I know. There. I don't get a notification. It's funny. I don't get a notification of the stream going on until we start.
Oh, we did miss something.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Okay.
But no, it's like
I don't want to mix it up, be liars, because they were on it.
Then again, we make up for it because we're rambling about Superman and DC and stuff throughout most of the stream. So.
All right. We got some Storm Collectibles, King of Fighters, 98. Kim Kapawan.
Is anybody buying Storm Collectibles still?
Well, I think what's going to hurt them more than anything, like their sales now, is that they've announced the new 6-inch line. People are going to wait to see what scale those are now, how they're going to scale up other stuff. If they're the same size as Vega figures, people are just going to switch to that instead of buying their between 1/10 and 1/9 scale figures.
This right here was an opportunity for them to get a figure out in that scale they're releasing that Ryu and Ken in, so people could buy it and see what they think.
Yep.
But they still kept it a 7 to 8 scale.
Well, they told for years for everybody they make 1/12 scale figures, and everybody's like, nuh-uh.
But this right here would have been the perfect chance to get a figure out that 6-inch scale right here and let people buy it and see what they think.
There's a couple more reveals for SH Figure Arts for the new movie. We got the show's great. It's come out. The first episode just came out today, and it's really good. I would guess this is probably going to be like one of the new bad guys.
Yes.
The one that turns them all to kids.
Mm-hmm. And there's the Goku and Vegeta figure. I've heard of those two. It's like an evil jester of sorts. That's why he turns them all to kids.
I was going to say, is he an evil Zeno?
Yeah, but no, more like a clown. And no, I'm not going to spoil anything out for nowhere. I'm not going to spoil anything.
The new
go see it.
These are brand new sculpts for like Vegeta and Goku. Are priced really well. We looked at them last week, like $35 a piece.
Yes, and it's the 3.0 Vegeta body, which is going to be awesome. And then here's a statue.
No, it's not a statue.
Oh, it's not. Oh,
the dragon's a statue. Goku is not.
Okay.
Well, the dragon actually has looks like an articulated jaw, but Goku is fully articulated.
That's awesome. Classic Kid Goku.
They're recreating this.
Yep. Iconic.
Original Dragon Ball.
Yep.
That is very cool.
Mm-hmm.
And did we miss anything else?
Yeah, tickle my throat. I think we've looked at almost everything. I mean, the Mega Man we looked at before.
The 3-0, we get the Fire Blast one, which was in the did I put it in the thumbnail? Maybe I put it in the thumbnail.
You might have.
But it looks great. I'm just, it's kind of like Jada's eventually going to do these, so I'll just wait for Jada to do them for $25. It looks great though. 3-0 makes good stuff. But if I'm going to get this for 40, I'll just wait for when Jada does it and for 25.
Yes, Alpha. Goku. The Goku is manga or anime accurate.
Yeah.
And
and we got the bloody.
No, come on now. Come on. That's the bad.
Yeah,
that's
it was in
the
the thumbnail. It was in the thumbnail. We got to talk about it.
I know, but that's
Ultimates, which I'm just over them using the Motu Classic style bodies. I love Motu Classics, but Super 7's making me like, come on, you need to move past it.
I mean, it fits for Arnold, though. Let's be honest. It fits for Arnold.
Not really.
It was a big man back. Like Arnold back.
I don't think the cartoon aesthetic works for live action Conan.
That's true. That's true. But this is not a good figure. This one is the first release to paint on it, like blood paint.
I haven't gotten any of them, so.
The war paint I have is really good, but I've heard the new one that came out with James Earl Jones. His name. I forgot his character. I'm blanking.
1000 Toys is doing some more Halo figures, but I'm sorry. 112 scale figure at $215. You're smoking some major crack there, 1000 Toys.
Well, their product does sell. I mean, look at their Master Chief figures; those sell like crazy. Those do sell.
No, I don't think $215 for Master Chief 112 scale. That's not going to sell worth shit.
Oh, they ain't. But I'm talking about like their 6-inch scale Master Chiefs. They do sell.
This is a 6-inch scale of Master Chief for $215.
Yeah, that ain't gonna sell.
And their other Master Chief was over $100 too.
Yeah.
So they are smoking some major like crack cocaine at 1000 Toys, thinking anybody's going to pay $215 for this.
I mean, people they like to buy. They like to spend money if they have it.
Let's call them being stupid. I got money and I buy ton of toys. I just showed my fans' toys.
If you're going to spend $215, you might as well buy a Hot Toys.
My Silverboat with all the combiner parts was $275.
Okay.
And that's a high end like die cast, huge piece, and all the combiner parts. And this, right there with you, Alfredo. Halo is not that popular anymore. I don't think it is.
Halo is not as popular as it used to be. Every came out live action show.
One 6 scale stuff. I'm just not. I don't like 6 scale.
Because that live action show ruined Master Chief. Oh, there's some new Hot Toys like Dr. Doom, Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man, which is just a reissue of the first figure.
Not at the moment, although they just announced a lot of changes to the studio that makes it so there's potentially hope. Oh, Sith, no. You look into like who they got running the new studio. It's bad. It's going to be that Concord version of Halo. It's bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's Sweet Baby Inc. Wherever it is, like a consulting company, like levels of bad.
We've been talking about Sweet Baby Inc. before.
Yeah.
We've talked about them a lot.
No, they've even like had an employee come out there says their goal was basically to tear down the industry. It's like, okay.
No, they ruined Spider-Man 2 as well. The Marvel Spider-Man.
Every game they've ever consulted on, they ruined it.
Yeah. Everything they touch, instead of turns to gold, it turns to ash.
No, it turns to shit. Yeah, they wish it turned to ash. Was it the Concord? They come like the real numbers on that. They ended up wasting nearly $800 million and shut down like really good games.
Yes.
To put funds to it because. Oh man! And it was only up with gameplay for 2 weeks.
Yep.
And they refunded everybody's money.
Mm-hmm.
They took a $800 million hit.
Yeah. This Doctor Doom's cool.
Yeah. If I collected 1/6 scale, I'd definitely be into this.
I know Toy Gains, he'll be all over this. He collects hot toys for a living, so he'll be all over this Doctor Doom, no doubt. But if Robert Downey Jr. looked like this in the movie, I'd be sold.
I like they made an announcement like going up like the dynamic between Reed Richards and the Doctor Doom in the movies is not going to be like the comics. You don't say. MCU strain from the comics? What?
Didn't it? It seemed like when they did Phase 1, let's be honest, when they did Phase 1, they were geared more towards the comics. Then it's like with DC Universe.
Well, they were geared like toward like the Ultimates, which was really good.
Yes.
But the problem is, though, you only got a certain amount of time limit in the Ultimates. Then they let idiots in charge of the Ultimates, and they destroyed the Ultimate Universe.
Yes, but then as they moved along, the MCU started to become its own thing, and then all that. So it's kind of
well, plus the more involvement Disney got involved, and they got activists more than they do writers and producers. They wanted to like change things up just for the sake of change. They quit telling people to try to make things like the Ultimate Universe imploded. It was a fantastic universe for a long time. You had great series, spin-offs. You had Ultimate X-Men, Ultimate Spider-Man. You had the Ultimate series, and it was so well done. Then they're like, "Oh, let's just screw it all up." Good call. But yeah, that's. I think we are now done.
Mm-hmm.
Double check. Yep, we went through everything on the thumbnail. And everybody in the chat, thank you again for hanging out with us tonight.
Yep.
I'd rather have Ultimate than ruin the 616. Miles work better on his own. Yes.
Yep. Agreed.
Very much. But hopefully we'll have a Geek Chat tonight. We didn't have one last week, so I'm kind of guessing we're going to talk about Hellboy tomorrow. And what was the other thing you watched last week?
That, and then there was.
He watched something terrible.
Joker 2?
Yeah.
We'll talk about that too. I think that's what else he said he wanted to talk about. So.
Yeah. I'm going to finish up Hellboy tomorrow, or maybe tonight after the stream. But everybody in the chat, thank you for coming out and hanging out with us tonight. It's always a pleasure. JB, well, we know we give you a hard time, but we love you, man.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Thanks, guys, for stopping by.
We'll catch y'all next time.
Adios.
Ninja vanish.